What will they find at the ballot box?
Well, hopefully they get out to vote early. 6 a.m. is when the polling stations actually open. So let's take you through that voting process step by step. It's simple, but it needs to be seamless. And you need to have your national ID and or your passport, whichever you registered with. And you'll take that over to the polling clerk. They will then authenticate your documents with the KIMS kit. Once they have verified your identity, they will hand over 6 stamped ballot papers for the 6 positions that Kenyans will be voting tomorrow. They're all color-coded, and you will be seeing that a bit later on. Now, those ballot papers you'll be taking into the voting booth, where you'll be marking them secretly. What happens there?
Absolutely, and that's an important point, Vicky, because there are almost 4 styles of marking these ballot papers, and that was authenticated by the IEBC, and I'm about to show you how it works. So imagine you've picked a ballot paper. You can either tick, you can either mark an X, or you can do an hyphen like that, or a dot. Now, you cannot do all of them. Let me show you what happens. You're supposed to pick just one of them and put it in the person you're voting for. So if you're voting for person 1, all you need to do is mark a tick there, and that's all you need to do. You can't mark a tick and an X for the person you're allegedly not voting for. This becomes a spoiled vote. At the same time, you cannot mark outside or crisscross both of them. It is again a spoiled vote. At the same time, you cannot pick or mark in the same box 2 of them like that. That is still a spoiled vote. So the IBC is saying you're safer off marking just the person you want with the one symbol, either an X or a tick, but not in the same place, because it also becomes a spoiled vote. That is how simple it will be when the time comes. But the ballot papers will be color-coded, Vicky.
Indeed, they will. And also, there was some misinformation circulating on social media platforms saying that if your candidate of choice does not appear on the ballot paper, you can write their name and mark right next to it. That becomes a spoiled
Another
vote
spoiled vote.
And does not count. So beware of that. So once you get your ballot papers marked in the voting booth, you'll come out and you'll be directed by the polling clerk to put them in the ballot boxes that are color coded. So white for the presidential ballot paper, blue for the gubernatorial ballot paper, green for MP, yellow for senator, beige for MCA, and of course pink for woman representative. And then you will get that indelible ink mark on one of your fingers to show that you did indeed vote on August 9th. And once you have that, you exit the polling station. And it's as simple as that, Trevor.
That's how simple it will be at the time when you head to the ballot box and the voting process begins in the next 9 hours from now, right? When we come back, we're giving you the latest in the news world. A lot has been going on, and there's been a lot of reaction as well. We have all our reporters across the different places. We're crossing over to them to give you the latest as the countdown begins. Only 9 hours. We never thought we'd be here, right, Vicky?